Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 145 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. We're doing one thing every day this year to be a better version of ourselves, be a better human being. And as part of that, we're focusing on core, critical elements of who we are as human beings each month. This month, we're focusing on financial. So today, we're going to go through the IDEANCE process. I know it's hard to understand, I-D-E-A-N-C-E. We'll cover it between now and the end of the month. We'll do one element of the process each day, and we're going to start with step one. Step one of the IDEANCE process is what is the current situation financially. So you're going to pick, some months we do this if we have plenty of days and not so many topics. Other months we don't have a special day set aside to pick the area of focus that we're going to fix. But I say, think about your biggest desire, your big, hairy, audacious goal financially, or your biggest challenge right now that you want to eliminate by the end of the year, or a goal you want to make great progress on by the end of the year. To, for example, supersize your business, supersize and grow your business. To, maybe you want to get a new job. Maybe you want to double your income. Maybe you want to start a side hustle. Maybe you want to do a big improvement on your home. Whatever it is, pick that goal. And today, all you're going to do is you're going to talk about, well, what is the current situation? What's going on with that? Think about your facts, the facts about the situation. Be brutally honest with yourself. If you've got $25,000 of credit card debt you want to eliminate by the end of the year, and that's your biggest challenge, write that down. Be brutally honest. If you're only making the minimum payments on that card, write that down. That is your current situation. If sometimes you make an extra $100 payment, write that down. That's your current situation. If you want to do a big project, you need a lump sum of money to start and initiate and do that project, write that down. What is it? And if you don't have the money, I don't have the money right now for this, but I want $125,000 to do this project, whatever it is. So write down the facts, then write down your feelings. I think it's really important that we discuss and look at our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, our prejudices, our about the situation that it is right now. Because if we had different thoughts, feelings, or beliefs, we would probably be taking different actions, and that we'll talk about that throughout the rest of the process. But I like to look at it when I'm thinking about, well, what is the current situation? Why haven't I done this yet? I started cleaned my basement yesterday, and I was like, why haven't I done this yet? I love things to be organized and orderly, not that you can tell by my background, but I like them to be that way, and I like there to be a place for everything and everything in its place. And I haven't been living that way for about 5 years now since I moved, because when you move, there's so much stuff to deal with, and I dealt with all the stuff I had to deal with to move. I literally downsized 90% of my material stuff, and the other 10% is still a lot, and it's still a lot to deal with. So I started doing that yesterday, and it brought up all kinds of feelings, right? All kinds of feelings about the present, all kinds of feelings about the past. And I want to address those because they are what is the current situation in that experience. So facts, feelings, frustrations. I like to, when we're talking about what is, well, what are the frustrations? Why haven't I done it yet? And that's actually a great question. Why haven't you done it yet? If you want to do this, or is it something that just popped into your head right now and you've never even thought about it before? And that's cool too. That's your current situation. So just write a paragraph or so about, right on top, what is it that you want? What's the goal or the challenge that you want to achieve? And I say pick by the year's end, because that's a good target, a good solid target. And whatever it is, it can be anything financial related, right? That's it. That's all I've got today. If you've got any questions about this, it's pretty easy to write a paragraph about your current situation, your current story. I gave you an example of the credit card debt. Should have given you a couple more examples. Mine is, I want a hunk of money for a big project in an addition to my property. And first I have to plan what I want that addition to look like. Then I have to kind of price it out in my mind. And I don't have to have the exact amount. I just have to have a ballpark idea, and then I can start visioning that. I can start making that my goal. All right, so I got my homework to do today too. If I can help you anyway, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day. It's a beautiful day here in Wisconsin. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.